You spend years chasing something. You finally reach it. And the moment you should feel everything, you feel nothing. The samurai had a word for that exact moment: Mottainai. There was once a samurai named Hideo who trained for 30 years to defeat one man. His rival's name was Tsuruga. Hideo woke before dawn. He repeated one strike 10,000 times. His daughter brought him tea each morning. He rarely looked up. His teacher saw it happening. One winter, near the end of his life, the old man called Hideo to him. "Be careful what you spend yourself on. You only have one essence to give." Hideo nodded. He did not really hear it. He was thinking about footwork. The teacher died that spring. Hideo trained at the funeral. He trained the day his daughter married a man he barely knew. He trained the year his garden filled with weeds. The day came. The duel was over in one strike. Tsuruga fell. Hideo stood holding his sword, waiting for the feeling he had imagined for 30 years. Nothing arrived. He went home expecting it would settle in later. It didn't. He walked through his own house and didn't recognize it. The garden was overgrown past the windows. His daughter's room was empty. She had a husband and a child now in another village. The kitchen where his teacher had once sat was full of dust. He picked up his sword and tried to train. The motions felt foreign in his hands. So he did what he knew how to do. He looked for another enemy. He traveled to the next province, seeking a great swordsman to challenge. He found one. He prepared for months. He won. He felt nothing. That was when he understood. Tsuruga had never been the enemy. The new swordsman was not the enemy. The enemy was the part of him that needed a rival to feel like he was someone. He had not been training for 30 years. He had been hiding for 30 years, inside the only identity that had ever felt safe. The Japanese have a word for what Hideo finally saw in himself: Mottainai, usually translated as "what a waste." But the surface translation misses what the word really carries. Mottainai is not about wasted food or wasted things. At its deepest, it names the regret of wasted essence. The hours, the years, the love, the attention, given to what could not return them. Hideo returned home one last time. He walked into the garden. He knelt in the dirt. He pulled one weed, then another. He didn't try to restore anything. He just put his hands in the ground his teacher had once tended. It was the smallest thing he had done in decades. Years passed. The garden came back slowly. Not as it was, as something new. His daughter began visiting with her son. Hideo never spoke of Tsuruga. He never trained again with a sword. What he could not get back, he could not get back. What was still here, he tended. He sometimes heard his teacher's voice. "You only have one essence to give." It sounded different now. Not as a warning, as a question still being answered. That is not a small thing. You cannot unspend the years you have already given, but you can stop giving more of yourself to something that was never worthy of you. Mottainai is not regret. It is recognition. The first honest look at where your essence has been going. 1. Look at what you are chasing. Ask, who do I become if I win it? 2. Name the part of you that needs the chase to feel like someone. 3. Today, give 30 minutes to a person or place you have been neglecting. You only have one essence to give. Spend it on what is worthy of you. What have you been training 30 years to defeat, that you are starting to suspect was never the enemy? Drop it in the comments. Thank you for being here. Somewhere, a man knelt in an overgrown garden. He did not try to fix it. He just put his hands in the dirt and stayed there until the light changed.